Yesterday's Manchester derby had it all, but in the end it was Amad Diallo who stole the headlines, delivering a match-winning performance to seal a dramatic comeback for Man United. Hello and welcome back to INMR, where in today's podcast I'll be analysing Man United's 2-1 victory over Man City. I'll be breaking down Amad's standout display, City's defensive errors and what this result means for both clubs moving forward. Let's start with Amad's performance. For a lot of the match, most of Man United's players were just as lethargic as City were, everyone except Amad Diallo. He was the exception, delivering 2 late bursts of brilliance, winning a penalty and scoring the decisive goal, epitomising the energetic and relentless attacking style Amorim demands from his team. The 22-year-old was deployed as one of the inside forwards and recorded the joint highest number of shots and touches in the opposition box. He stood out as perhaps the only attacking player who escaped Amorim's restless frustration on the touchlines. Amorim was unimpressed with Man United's possession play, repeatedly urging his team to show greater energy and verticality, particularly in the second half. However, Amad's relentless work down the right flank, constantly pressuring Matheus Nunes, must have been a source of satisfaction for his manager. It was no accident that Amad capitalised on Nunes' poor back pass to win the penalty for United's equaliser, or that he reacted quickly to Lisandro Martinez's clip-through ball to net the stoppage time winner. Amad's energy and effort completely justified Amorim's decision to leave out Marcus Rashford and Alejandro Garnacho, even though it raised a few eyebrows. As we saw in those crucial final moments, Amad has the right attitude, focus and mentality to perfectly fit into Amorim's plans. Right now, it feels that anything that can go wrong for City does. With 87 minutes gone, Pep Guardiola's team were 1-0 up and in control, yet they still managed to throw it away, losing their 5th Premier League game in 7 thanks to a string of costly mistakes. Nunes' poor back pass and rash challenge in the box gave Bruno Fernandes the chance to equalise. Then, Ederson came rushing out for a ball he couldn't reach, and Josko Gvardiol let Amad's shots slip through his legs. Man City have now made 15 errors this season in the Premier League that have led to shots or goals. The winner was likely more about City's psychological fragility during this tough patch, but United's first goal can be blamed on the host's injury problems. Guardiola's response to a pre-match question about January signings was blunt. He said, "What I want is my players back." Injuries have clearly taken their toll, especially in defence, which is why Nunes was forced to play out of position in the back line. Rico Lewis, Manuel Akanji, John Stones or Nathan Ake would likely have avoided both the short back pass and the foul on Amad that kick-started United's comeback. City have won only 1 of their last 11 matches in all competitions, losing 8. Despite looking like they might exploit Man United's weaknesses from corners, they never truly looked deserving of their lead. United have conceded 42% of their goals from set pieces this season, but City couldn't fully capitalise on that. Man City held just 50% possession, which was their lowest this season, and have only won half of their 16 league matches. Of all the stats that highlight the scale of City's collapse, perhaps the most striking one is that United are now just 5 points behind them in the table. It shows how tightly packed the Premier League has become and how quickly United could rise if this victory marks the start of the Amorim era. City end the weekend outside of the top 4 for the first time this season, and with a trip to Villa next, they could fall to 6th, level on points with the club in 9th by next Sunday. The league table likely isn't Guardiola's main concern right now. The more urgent thing is how he's going to pull City out of a slump that's on the verge of turning into a full-blown crisis. It also highlights that City could sink even further down if Guardiola can't turn things around. They're only 4 points clear of the bottom half of the table. As the clock ticked towards the 88th minute, it seemed like a dull Manchester derby would finish without much of a story. A few explosive minutes later, Amad's winner could prove to be the turning point for both clubs' seasons. Now it's up to Amorim's players to turn this victory into the start of something new, whilst Guardiola's side must use this shock defeat as fuel to end their chaotic run. Man United are now only 5 points behind City and have a Carabao Cup quarter-final against Tottenham to look forward to on Thursday. Their next 5 games look promising. They take on Bournemouth, Wolves, Newcastle, Liverpool and Southampton. 3 of those should be definite wins. Newcastle could be a tricky one, and of course Liverpool, they'll probably fall short there, but that's a good batch of games that they could get some vital points from. That is where I'm going to end today's podcast, but there are plenty of others you can go and listen to. For more content, check out my website, that's inmrfootball.co.uk. On there you can find match reports, live blogs, club updates and so much more. And if that's not enough, INMR is also on X and Instagram, so you can follow me on both of those platforms for more daily football content. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll see you in the next one.